Imagine walking into any room, speaking with confidence, and instantly connecting with everyone around you. Picture your words leaving an impact, your voice carrying authority, warmth, and authenticity. In the next few minutes, I'll guide you through simple yet powerful techniques that can transform the way you communicate. Whether at work, with friends, or in your personal life, you'll discover skills that most people spend years trying to master, but today, you'll get them in minutes. Chapter 1: The Foundation of Effective Communication. Effective communication begins with self-awareness and understanding others. Before trying to impress or persuade anyone, you need to know yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, and your style of communicating. Ask yourself, do I speak clearly? Do I listen genuinely? Am I aware of my tone, gestures, and body language? Listening, the first step. Many people assume communication is all about speaking. In reality, listening is far more important. Active listening allows you to truly understand what someone is saying beyond the words they use. When you listen, you absorb not only information but also emotion and intention. Practical exercise: next time you have a conversation, try this. Focus completely on the speaker. Resist the urge to interrupt. Summarize what they said in your own words before responding. This small practice builds trust and ensures your responses are meaningful. Intention: know why you speak. Every word you speak carries energy. When your intention is unclear, your message becomes weak. Are you speaking to inform, persuade, or connect? Intention shapes your choice of words, tone, and gestures. For example, when giving feedback, your intention might be to help someone grow, not criticize. Clear intention eliminates confusion and strengthens your credibility. Nonverbal communication: more than words. Did you know that over 55% of communication is nonverbal? This includes your posture, gestures, facial expressions, and even silence. A confident stance, open gestures, and eye contact can make your words feel more powerful and trustworthy. Mini exercise: stand in front of a mirror and practice saying, "I am confident and clear." Observe your posture, hand gestures, and facial expression. Adjust until your body naturally reflects confidence. Voice: the power of tone. Your tone influences how people perceive your message. A monotonous voice can make even the most brilliant ideas sound dull, while a warm, modulated tone makes your words memorable. Pay attention to pitch, pace, and pauses. They help emphasize key points and give your listeners time to absorb your message. Storytelling: the secret connector. Stories engage the brain differently than facts. People remember stories, not statistics. When sharing ideas, wrap them in a personal story or real-life example. For instance, if you're explaining a new work process, recount a time you applied it successfully, include challenges and outcomes. This makes your message relatable and memorable. Self-reflection: the internal foundation. True communication mastery begins internally. Observe your reactions during conversations. Do you get defensive? Are you impatient? By recognizing these patterns, you can adjust and grow. Awareness is the first step toward improvement. Practical tip: at the end of each day, reflect on your conversations. Ask yourself, Did I truly listen? Did my words align with my intention? How did people react to me? These reflections will guide your growth and solidify the foundation of strong communication. By mastering listening, intention, nonverbal cues, tone, and self-awareness, you set a foundation that supports all advanced communication skills. Remember, this is a journey, not a one-time effort. Each conversation is a chance to practice and improve. In the next chapter, we'll explore verbal communication techniques that make your words impactful, persuasive, and unforgettable. Chapter 2. Mastering Verbal Communication. Words have power. They can inspire, persuade, heal, or even harm. But most people underestimate the impact of what they say and how they say it. Imagine your words landing exactly as you intend, clear, confident, and compelling. That's the skill we're about to master. Verbal communication is the most visible part of how we interact with others. Yet, despite speaking daily, many people struggle to express themselves effectively. The difference between someone who communicates well and someone who doesn't is awareness and practice. 1. Choosing words with purpose. Every word you speak carries weight. Filler words like dilute your message. Replace them with pauses, they're powerful. Pauses allow listeners to process your words and give your message authority. Precision matters. Instead of saying, "I think this might work," say, "This will work because," notice the difference? The first sounds uncertain. The second conveys confidence and clarity. Mini exercise. Take a common sentence you use often and refine it. For example, weak, "I guess this is okay." Strong, "This approach is effective because it addresses the key challenge." Practice these swaps daily. Your speech becomes sharper and more confident over time. 2. Storytelling, making your words memorable. Humans are hardwired to remember stories, not facts. Stories evoke emotion, create empathy, and make ideas stick. When you want to communicate effectively, wrap your ideas in narratives. Example: imagine you're explaining the importance of teamwork. Instead of stating statistics, share a story. Last year, our project was behind schedule. We decided to reorganize tasks based on strengths. Within a week, productivity soared, and we completed the project ahead of time. That's the power of teamwork. Stories like this are relatable, memorable, and persuasive. They connect you emotionally to your audience. Exercise. Take a professional idea or life lesson and convert it into a 30-second story. Notice how engagement shifts immediately. 3. Tone, pace, and emphasis. The same sentence can inspire or bore depending on how you deliver it. Vary your tone, speed, and emphasis. Pauses are as important as words. They give your message rhythm and clarity. Fast speech can show excitement but may overwhelm listeners. Slow speech emphasizes key points but can lose energy if overdone. Emphasis. Stress important words to guide attention. Practice tip. Read an article aloud daily. Experiment with tone, pauses, and emphasis. Record yourself. Play it back. Identify areas where your speech could feel more engaging. 4. Clarity over complexity. Avoid overcomplicating your message. Simple, clear language is more persuasive and easier to remember. Use metaphors and analogies when needed. They bridge complex ideas into relatable concepts. Mini exercise. Take a concept you know well and explain it in 1 minute to someone unfamiliar with it. If they understand it, you succeeded. This sharpens clarity and conciseness. 5. Confidence through practice. Confidence is not just internal, it's heard in your voice. Rehearsing speeches, presentations, or even daily conversations strengthens your delivery. Confidence signals competence. When you believe in your words, others believe them too. Motivational tip: start small. Speak in front of a mirror. Practice conversations with friends or family. Gradually, your comfort expands to larger audiences. 6. Handling nervousness. Even experienced communicators get nervous. Use it to your advantage. Take deep breaths, focus on your message, and remember, mistakes are learning opportunities. Audiences are generally more forgiving than you think. Exercise. Before an important conversation, breathe deeply and visualize success. Picture your posture, tone, and engagement. This mental rehearsal prepares you to perform confidently in real situations. 7. Active engagement. Good verbal communication is not one-sided. Engage your listeners. Ask questions, invite input, and respond thoughtfully. This creates a dynamic conversation rather than a monologue. Example: if explaining a concept in a meeting, pause and ask, "Does that make sense to everyone?" or "What are your thoughts?" This fosters collaboration and demonstrates respect. Verbal communication is more than talking. It's about clarity, confidence, connection, and storytelling. By refining your words, practicing tone and pace, and engaging listeners actively, you turn ordinary conversations into memorable experiences. Remember, every word you speak is an opportunity to connect, influence, and inspire. Use them intentionally, practice daily, and you'll notice a transformation not just in how others perceive you, but in how you perceive yourself. In the next chapter, we'll explore the silent, yet equally powerful, world of nonverbal communication, the unspoken language that often speaks louder than words. Chapter 3: Nonverbal Communication, the Silent Power. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt drawn to them, or the opposite, without them saying a single word? That's the power of nonverbal communication. In fact, studies show that over 55% of communication is nonverbal. Your gestures, posture, facial expressions, and even your silence speak volumes before your words do. Nonverbal communication is often overlooked, yet it's the silent force that can make or break your ability to connect with others. Mastering this skill is like learning a secret language, a language that everyone speaks but few consciously understand. 1. Posture, the foundation of presence. Your body speaks before you do. Standing tall, with shoulders relaxed and head held high, exudes confidence. Slouching or crossing your arms sends signals of defensiveness, insecurity, or disinterest. Mini exercise. Stand in front of a mirror and notice your natural posture. Adjust to an open, confident stance, feet shoulder width apart, shoulders back, chin slightly up. Practice this posture while reading aloud or walking through your home. Notice how even your thoughts shift when your body signals confidence. This is called embodied cognition. Your brain responds to your posture, reinforcing self-assurance. 2. Gestures, amplifying your words. Hand gestures add rhythm, emphasis, and clarity. They help listeners visualize your ideas. Avoid fidgeting or closed gestures, which convey nervousness or defensiveness. Open, purposeful gestures enhance your message. Example: when explaining a process, use your hands to map out steps. Point subtly to highlight key points. Open palms convey honesty and transparency. Exercise: record a 1 to 2 minute explanation of any topic. Watch your gestures. Are they helping or distracting? Adjust for clarity and fluidity. 3. Facial expressions, the emotional bridge. Your face reflects your thoughts and emotions. A genuine smile, raised eyebrows, or thoughtful gaze adds warmth and relatability. People trust emotional cues over words. They feel sincerity in your expression. Practice tip: practice expressing emotions without words, happiness, curiosity, concern. Record yourself and observe which expressions feel authentic and engaging. Facial expressions also help reinforce storytelling. When you narrate a story about excitement or triumph, let your face reflect that energy. Authenticity is magnetic. 4. Eye contact, the gateway to connection. Eye contact is one of the most powerful nonverbal cues. It conveys attention, confidence, and trustworthiness. However, balance is key. Too little suggests evasiveness, too much can feel intimidating. Rule of thumb: during conversations, maintain natural eye contact for 50 to 70% of the interaction. Look away occasionally to avoid staring while still showing engagement. Focus on the bridge of the nose. If direct eye contact feels too intense, it simulates connection. Exercise: during your next conversation, consciously maintain soft, confident eye contact. Observe the listener's reactions. Often, subtle shifts in attention or engagement indicate success. 5. Tone alignment, matching words with body. Your words carry meaning, but your body adds depth. When your words say, "I'm confident," but your posture and tone suggest uncertainty, the message is lost. Alignment between verbal and nonverbal cues creates authenticity, which people instinctively recognize and trust. Exercise: pick a sentence. I believe this is the best approach. Say it while practicing aligned posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Notice how much more convincing it sounds. 6. Silence, the underestimated tool. Silence is a potent nonverbal communication tool. Pauses create emphasis, allow reflection, and signal confidence. Avoid filling every gap with words. Learn to embrace the power of a well-placed pause. Exercise: in your next conversation or presentation, intentionally pause after important points. Observe how listeners react. Pauses make your words feel significant and thoughtful. 7. Microexpressions and subtle cues. Subtle nonverbal signals, like nods, eyebrow raises, or slight head tilts, can show agreement, understanding, or curiosity. They create connection on a subconscious level. Being aware of these cues in others helps you respond appropriately, while using them yourself enhances engagement. Mini exercise. Watch a video of a speaker or news anchor. Observe micro-expressions and gestures. Take notes on how they reinforce the message. Practice incorporating similar cues into your own communication naturally. Nonverbal communication is the silent yet powerful complement to your words. Posture, gestures, facial expressions, eye contact, tone, and even silence all work together to amplify your message. When verbal and nonverbal cues align, you create trust, engagement, and influence effortlessly. Remember, your body speaks before your words. Practice these techniques daily, observe the reactions of others, and adjust mindfully. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the hidden superpower of listening, the skill that transforms ordinary conversations into profound connections. Chapter 4: Listening, the Hidden Superpower. Have you ever been in a conversation where the other person seemed completely tuned in to you? Their eyes, their expressions, their responses, all made you feel heard, understood, and valued. That feeling, that connection, is the result of effective listening. And it is one of the most powerful tools in communication, yet most people overlook it. Listening is often underestimated. People focus on speaking, expressing ideas, and impressing others, but the real magic happens when you listen actively and empathetically. Great communicators are not just skilled speakers, they are exceptional listeners. 1. Active listening, beyond hearing words. Listening isn't just about hearing, it's about understanding. Active listening means being fully present, not thinking about what you'll say next, and absorbing not only words but also emotions and intentions. Techniques for active listening. Reflective listening. Repeat or paraphrase what the other person said. For example, so you're saying that you felt overwhelmed because of the tight deadline, right? This shows you understand and validates their feelings. Ask clarifying questions. Instead of assuming, ask, "Can you tell me more about that?" Open-ended questions encourage dialogue and deepen understanding. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker finish before responding. Silence is not empty. It's an opportunity to absorb information and think thoughtfully. Exercise. During your next conversation, consciously practice one active listening technique. Note how the other person responds. Do they feel more understood and open? 2. Empathy, feeling what others feel. Empathy is the bridge that transforms listening into connection. It's not just understanding words, it's feeling emotions, intentions, and needs. People resonate with those who truly get them. Mini story. A manager once dismissed an employee's concerns about a project. Morale dropped. Later, the manager listened empathetically, acknowledged the employee's stress, and together they found a solution. The difference was profound. Respect and trust replaced frustration. Practice tip. During conversations, try to identify the speaker's emotions. Are they anxious, excited, frustrated? Validate these feelings verbally. I can see why that would be stressful. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing, it means understanding. When people feel understood, they are more receptive to your words and ideas. 3. Mindfulness, being present. Effective listening requires presence. Avoid distractions, like checking your phone or planning your next sentence. Mindfulness in conversation signals respect and attention. Exercise. In your next conversation, focus entirely on the other person. Notice tone, pace, gestures, and emotions. After the conversation, reflect on what you learned, not just the words, but the feelings conveyed. Mindful listening transforms every interaction from transactional to meaningful. 4. Nonverbal cues in listening. Listening isn't silent, it's expressive. Your body communicates attentiveness. Nod occasionally to show agreement or understanding. Lean slightly forward to signal interest. Maintain soft, confident eye contact. Mirror subtle expressions to build rapport naturally. Mini exercise. Watch a friend or colleague speak. Practice subtle nods, facial expressions, and posture adjustments that reflect active engagement. Observe how it changes the dynamics of the conversation. 5. The art of silence. Silence is a powerful listening tool. Pausing after someone speaks shows respect, allows time for reflection, and encourages deeper sharing. Avoid rushing to fill gaps. Sometimes, your silence says more than words ever could. Exercise. After someone shares an important point, pause for 2 to 3 seconds before responding. Notice how your response becomes more thoughtful and the conversation more impactful. 6. Listening to learn, not to respond. Many people listen only to reply, not to understand. This leads to misunderstandings and missed opportunities. Shift your mindset, listen to learn. Ask questions to clarify, summarize points, and reflect on insights gained. Mini story. During a team meeting, one employee listened carefully to everyone's input without interrupting. Later, she synthesized the ideas into a proposal that addressed all concerns. Her solution was praised, not because she spoke the most, but because she listened the best. Practice tip. Approach each conversation with curiosity, not judgment. Focus on gathering insights, emotions, and intentions rather than forming a response immediately. 7. The ripple effect of listening. Effective listening strengthens relationships, builds trust, and enhances influence. When people feel heard, they are more open, collaborative, and receptive. Listening doesn't just improve communication, it transforms interactions, leaving lasting impressions. Daily habit. Dedicate at least 10 minutes daily to fully listen without distractions, phone off, no multitasking. Reflect on what you learned and how the other person felt. Listening is the hidden superpower of communication. It's not passive, it's active, mindful, empathetic, and intentional. By practicing active listening, empathy, mindfulness, and the art of silence, you create connections that words alone cannot achieve. Remember, people may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Listen with intention, presence, and empathy, and you'll transform ordinary conversations into extraordinary connections. In the next chapter, we'll explore building unshakable confidence in your communication, the skill that allows your words and presence to resonate powerfully in any room. Chapter 5. Building Confidence in Communication. Confidence is not just a feeling, it's a visible energy that others perceive before you even speak. Have you ever noticed someone walk into a room, and instantly you pay attention to them? That presence comes from communication confidence, the combination of self-belief, poise, and clarity. The good news is, confidence can be learned, strengthened, and projected. Many people struggle with communication not because they lack skills, but because they doubt themselves. Nervousness, fear of judgment, or overthinking can make even experienced speakers stumble. Building confidence isn't about perfection, it's about presence, preparation, and mindset. 1. Internal confidence, changing your self-talk. Confidence begins internally. The way you think about yourself directly influences how others perceive you. Negative self-talk, "I'll mess up, I'm not good at this," creates tension, hesitation, and lack of clarity in your speech. Exercise, replace negative thoughts with empowering affirmations. I am clear and confident in expressing myself. My words have impact and meaning. I can connect authentically with anyone I speak to. Practice these affirmations daily, especially before important conversations. Over time, your inner confidence naturally translates into outward poise. 2. Preparation, confidence through knowledge. Confidence is amplified by preparation. Knowing your material, understanding your audience, and anticipating questions reduces anxiety. Even in casual conversations, having clear points in mind boosts self-assurance. Mini exercise. Before a meeting or social interaction, write down 2 to 3 key points you want to communicate. Visualize the conversation going smoothly, focusing on clarity and composure. Preparation not only improves your message but also calms your mind, making your delivery stronger and more confident. 3. Practice, repetition builds mastery. Confidence grows through practice. Start small, speak in front of a mirror, record yourself, or rehearse with friends or family. Gradually increase the stakes, present to a larger group, engage in networking events, or participate in public discussions. Exercise. Choose a topic you're passionate about. Speak about it for 2 to 3 minutes daily, recording yourself each time. Notice improvements in tone, pacing, and expressiveness over a week. Repetition not only strengthens verbal skills but also reduces anxiety and builds self-trust. 4. Visualization, mental rehearsal. Visualization is a powerful tool used by top speakers, athletes, and leaders. By imagining success vividly, your brain prepares for real-life performance. Mini story. A young professional dreaded public speaking. Each night, she visualized walking confidently onto the stage, speaking clearly, and receiving applause. When the actual day came, her preparation and visualization made her calm, poised, and engaging. Exercise. Spend 5 minutes daily visualizing yourself communicating confidently. Picture posture, tone, gestures, audience reactions, and positive outcomes. Visualization primes your mind, reduces fear, and creates a sense of familiarity in new situations. 5. Small wins, building momentum. Confidence grows incrementally. Celebrate small victories. Answering a question clearly, expressing an idea confidently in a meeting, or engaging someone new in conversation. Each small win compounds into lasting confidence. Daily habit. After each interaction, reflect on what went well. Identify one improvement for next time. Track your progress over weeks. It reinforces growth. 6. Handling nervousness gracefully. Even confident communicators feel nervous. Nervous energy can be converted into enthusiasm. Techniques include deep breathing before speaking, grounding yourself by feeling your feet on the floor, smiling to release tension. Mini exercise. Before an important conversation, inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Repeat 3 to 4 times to calm nerves and center focus. Nervousness doesn't disappear, it transforms into controlled energy when managed intentionally. 7. Body language and confidence alignment. Your body communicates confidence before your words do. Stand tall, maintain open gestures, make natural eye contact, and move deliberately. When your body signals confidence, your voice and words naturally align. Exercise. Practice speaking in front of a mirror with intentional posture and gestures. Record a short speech and evaluate whether your body conveys the same confidence as your words. Alignment of body and voice amplifies perceived authority and trustworthiness. 8. Mindset shift. Confidence as a choice. Confidence isn't innate, it's a choice you make in each moment. Decide to step into interactions with the mindset, I am capable. I am prepared. I will communicate effectively. The more consistently you choose confidence, the more it becomes habitual and natural. Motivational tip. Think of confidence like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Each conversation, each interaction, is a chance to strengthen this skill. Building confidence in communication is a holistic process. Inner belief, preparation, practice, visualization, body language, and mindset all work together. Confidence allows your words to resonate, your presence to matter, and your interactions to leave lasting impact. Remember, communication confidence is not reserved for the naturally outgoing, it is earned, practiced, and mastered. Start small, celebrate progress, and embrace every interaction as an opportunity to grow. In the next chapter, we'll explore persuasion and influence, showing how confidence, combined with skillful communication, can help you inspire and motivate others effortlessly. Chapter 6. Persuasion and Influence Through Words. Have you ever listened to someone speak and felt compelled to follow their ideas, support their cause, or take action? That's the art of persuasion in action. Persuasion is not manipulation, it's the ability to communicate ideas so clearly and authentically that people willingly align with them. When combined with confidence and strong communication skills, persuasion transforms ordinary interactions into extraordinary influence. Persuasion is a skill everyone can develop. Whether in personal life, at work, or in social situations, your ability to influence others depends on clarity, credibility, empathy, and storytelling. 1. The principles of persuasion. Understanding the core principles of persuasion gives your words structure and impact. Clarity. Simplify complex ideas. Confusion kills persuasion. When your message is crystal clear, Others can grasp and support it easily. Credibility. People follow those they trust. Demonstrate expertise, integrity, and consistency in your words and actions. Emotion. Facts inform, but emotions inspire. Connect ideas to feelings, not just logic. Reciprocity. People respond positively when you provide value first. Share insight, help, or advice before asking for action. Social proof. Highlight examples of others who support or benefit from your idea. Humans instinctively trust collective validation. Mini exercise. Identify a recent conversation where you wanted to persuade someone. Reflect. Did you use clarity, credibility, emotion, reciprocity, and social proof? Rewrite your message incorporating at least 2 of these principles. 2. Storytelling for influence. Stories are the ultimate persuasion tool. A well-told story evokes empathy, paints a vivid picture, and makes ideas memorable. Example. Instead of saying, "Exercise improves productivity," say, "Last year, our team struggled with deadlines. We introduced a daily 10-minute morning stretch. Within a month, morale improved, energy increased, and deadlines were consistently met. This simple habit transformed our work culture." Stories humanize ideas and create emotional connections. They allow listeners to visualize success and imagine themselves following your suggestions. Exercise. Take a concept or idea you want to persuade someone about. Transform it into a short story with a challenge, an action, and a positive outcome. Practice telling it aloud with emphasis and pauses to maximize engagement. 3. Framing your message. How you frame information affects perception. Positive framing emphasizes benefits and possibilities rather than drawbacks. Example. Negative frame. If we don't meet this goal, we'll fail. Positive frame. By achieving this goal, we unlock new opportunities and growth. Positive framing inspires action and reduces resistance. Exercise. Rewrite 3 negative statements you commonly use into positively framed alternatives. Practice using them in conversation until they feel natural. 4. Connecting with the audience. Effective persuasion requires understanding your audience, their needs, values, and motivations. Tailor your message to align with their perspective. Mini story. A sales professional noticed a client was motivated by family well-being rather than profits. He adjusted his pitch to show how the product could benefit the client's family. The client immediately connected and agreed. Exercise. Before presenting an idea or opinion, ask, "What matters most to this person?" Adjust your message to address those priorities. 5. Confidence and authenticity in influence. Confidence amplifies persuasion. People are drawn to those who speak clearly and authentically. Avoid exaggeration or manipulation, it erodes trust. Authenticity means sharing your genuine belief in your ideas and respecting the listener's perspective. Practice tip. When persuading, focus on conveying belief in your ideas rather than forcing agreement. Observe how authenticity naturally draws attention and respect. 6. Active engagement in persuasion. Persuasion is a conversation, not a monologue. Engage your audience by asking questions to understand concerns, pausing to allow reflection, summarizing agreement points before introducing new ideas. Exercise. In your next discussion, consciously incorporate pauses and questions. Note how engagement and receptiveness improve. 7. Persuasion in everyday life. You don't need to be giving a formal speech to influence. Persuasion happens in daily interactions. Convincing a friend to try a new hobby. Suggesting an improvement at work. Negotiating responsibilities in personal life. By applying the principles consistently, persuasion becomes second nature. Persuasion and influence are built on a foundation of clarity, credibility, empathy, and storytelling. Confidence and authenticity amplify impact, while understanding and engaging your audience ensures your message resonates. Remember, persuasion is not about forcing others, it's about presenting ideas clearly, emotionally, and authentically so that people choose to follow. Practice these techniques daily, and you will find your influence growing effortlessly. In the next chapter, we'll focus on continuous improvement, the secret behind the mastery of every great communicator. Chapter 7. Continuous Improvement, the Secret of Master Communicators. The most effective communicators aren't born with extraordinary talent, they are ordinary people who committed to extraordinary practice. They understand one simple truth: communication is a skill, not a gift, and like any skill, it grows through consistent effort, reflection, and improvement. If you want to become a master communicator, you must embrace the journey of continuous improvement. Communication is dynamic. Every conversation, presentation, or interaction offers an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Mastery doesn't come overnight, it comes from persistence, feedback, and intentional practice. 1. Self-reflection, the foundation of growth. The first step to continuous improvement is self-awareness. After every conversation or presentation, reflect on what went well and what could be improved. Reflection questions. Did I express my ideas clearly? Did my nonverbal cues align with my words? Did I actively listen and respond thoughtfully? What reactions from others suggest areas for improvement? Exercise. Keep a communication journal. After each interaction, write down one success and one area for improvement. Over weeks, review your entries and track growth patterns. This practice helps you internalize lessons and strengthen skills. 2. Seeking feedback, learning from others. Feedback is essential for growth. Others often notice things you may miss: tone, pacing, clarity, or body language. Approach feedback with an open mind, viewing it as a tool, not criticism. Exercise. After meetings, presentations, or casual conversations, ask someone you trust, how did I come across? What could I improve? Listen actively without defending yourself. Use the insights to adjust and refine your approach. 3. Expanding knowledge and vocabulary. Master communicators continually expand their knowledge and vocabulary. The more concepts and words you know, the more precise and compelling your communication becomes. Practical tip. Read widely: books, articles, essays, and stories. Learn new words daily and practice using them in sentences. Engage in conversations on varied topics to improve adaptability. Exercise. Choose a new word or phrase each day. Incorporate it naturally into conversations or writing. Over time, this enhances clarity and persuasion. 4. Practicing diverse scenarios. The best communicators adapt to any situation. Role-play different scenarios to develop flexibility. Persuading a colleague. Giving constructive feedback. Resolving conflict. Networking or small talk. Exercise. Set aside 10 minutes daily to role-play a communication scenario with a friend or alone in front of a mirror. Experiment with tone, gestures, and word choices. This builds confidence and adaptability. 5. Embracing mistakes as opportunities. Mistakes are inevitable, but they are the most valuable teachers. Each misstep reveals insights about clarity, delivery, or emotional impact. Instead of fearing mistakes, embrace them as stepping stones to mastery. Mini story. A speaker once stumbled during an important presentation. Instead of panicking, he acknowledged it with humor, corrected himself, and continued. The audience admired his composure, and the presentation became a success. The lesson: mistakes don't define you, how you respond does. 6. Consistency and daily practice. Continuous improvement requires regular effort. Daily practice, even 10 to 15 minutes, compounds over time. Whether practicing speaking, listening, storytelling, or nonverbal cues, consistency is key. Daily habit. Speak intentionally every day, even in casual conversations. Observe body language in mirrors, videos, or public interactions. Reflect on one thing to improve and one thing to celebrate. Remember, mastery is a marathon, not a sprint. Small, consistent actions lead to exponential growth. 7. Lifelong curiosity and adaptability. Master communicators remain curious, open to learning, and adaptable to new situations, cultures, and audiences. They know that every interaction is an opportunity to learn and refine. Cultivate curiosity, and you will naturally evolve into a more compelling, persuasive, and empathetic communicator. Exercise. Engage with new people daily. Observe their communication style. Ask questions and genuinely listen. Identify one technique you can incorporate into your own style. Congratulations! By following this audiobook, you have learned the pillars of effective communication: self-awareness, verbal mastery, nonverbal influence, active listening, confidence, persuasion, and continuous improvement. But knowledge alone isn't enough. Action is what transforms potential into skill. Take these lessons into your daily life. Practice deliberately every day. Reflect on successes and mistakes. Seek feedback and embrace growth. Apply persuasion ethically and authentically. Never stop learning and adapting. Commit to becoming a master communicator today. Start with one technique. Posture, storytelling, listening, or confidence, and practice it consciously. Over time, these small actions compound into powerful, life-changing communication skills. Share what you've learned with others, inspire them to grow, and continue your journey to becoming an influential, confident, and empathetic communicator. Your words, presence, and listening skills are tools that can change lives, including your own. Practice relentlessly, act intentionally, and watch your communication transform your world.